Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Jedi Knights Watch. My name is Graham, and today we finally get to do another Hot Toys unboxing and review, and this is one that has been highly anticipated by myself. This is Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy, the Holiday Special. This is one that I was hoping would come from the graveyard for some time. It's finally here. Love the box. We're going to talk about it in 1 minute, but before we do, don't forget to find me on socials, Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to this channel, hit that like button on your way in, and ring that bell so you don't miss any new content coming your way. Also go live on Wednesdays with Wolfpack Wednesdays, and you can catch a great show then and there, so please join us for that. Taking a look at the art box, it is one of those art boxes that I really like. It kind of reminds me of the Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. It's very colorful, a lot of fun stuff going on. Again, it says Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, and it looks a little bit like wrapping paper. Like you have all of these like Christmas designs and characters on the front, as well as some Guardian silhouettes, and it just looks good. The colors go well together. I love the image of Mantis on the cover. She was a very underrated character, and I love her so much. So I'm finally glad to get one step closer to getting all my Guardians. And when you open the box, you can see that it does have like a crinkled wrapping paper effect there. Once we remove that, we can see the figure in the clamshell. She looks really good. Once we remove that and get our first look at the figure, we can see all of the Christmas accessories, which I think I'll use maybe once a year, getting close to Christmas time. Maybe give an accessory here and there to different figures on the shelf. But she doesn't come with a lot, so this is kind of a creative thing that Hot Toys did by giving us some of this Christmas stuff. How do we brand a Mantis, and what can we give her? So I applaud them for that. Taking a look at the base, it says Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's got the Holiday Special. It's got a little bit of a shine to it, and the rest is kind of like a matte, grippy finish. It looks all right. It doesn't necessarily match any of your other Guardians figures, though, so keep that in mind. I wish they would have given us like one of them stickers or something that we could put on it. Also, Mantis on the front is kind of in a weird location. It's like not very big. It's towards the bottom. It's a different font. So again, it's not going to really match anything. And then you can see you have Yondu's kind of arrow with Christmas lights going through, and then you get that good shine effect as well. Taking a look at the accessories, we're going to start with the hands. Not necessarily the most fun part to a review, but I do have something very special for you. And while these hands look good, Hot Toys did something here that was actually really innovative. They gave us these hands, which I really do like. They're sculpted together, so you don't have to try and mess with the hands and jam them together. This looks more natural. They're fused together. It's going to give you that natural look with Mantis. I just wonder how it's going to peg and how hard it will be to actually get the arms to align, but I'm really excited to use those. We get this nice candy cane large, so again, something you can use for Christmas. It's got a nice metallic red going on, so it's very sharp. And then you do have this skirt front here, which is like bows. It's pretty firm. And then on the back, it's going to be the elastic, which you're just going to shimmy up the legs to the waist, and it's pretty self-explanatory. She also does come with the sweater, which has like I don't know if it's like supposed to be lights or bows or whatever the case may be, but it's a fabric. It's nice. Again, I'm not going to really use a lot of these too much. I really just want her to be my Guardian's Mantis, but it is cool to have these as well and to disperse these to other figures. You get a nice Christmas necklace here too, and then you also get like a headband with some Christmas trees on front. So I know like I love Christmas, so once Christmas comes around, I'm definitely going to be feeling festive, and this does come with like the foam there, so it's not going to harm your head sculpts either, so no worries about that. But I'm excited to get these out during Christmas time. Cool looking sunglasses. Weird though that they don't fit on the figure. They're made to be an actual accessory that she holds. Would have been really cool if those could have been put on Mantis herself. Getting her out of the box, here's our first look at the figure, and I gotta say, she is stunning. I can't believe how good this figure came out, and I'm so excited again to have her finally in the collection. She's very underrated, a really lovable character from the Guardians line. I'm curious to see how this suit is going to, how it's going to take posing, in the articulation of the figure. How is it going to stand up to the creases and the bending of the figure? But proportions look great. The head sculpt is amazing. This is one of those few figures that actually came out better from the prototype. Typically, you're going to lose a little bit of quality, but here they updated us and then they released the figure shortly after, and you could actually see so much more detail in the face. and skin tones as well. And not like bags under the eyes, but a little bit of like lines and whatnot, actually, just to give it more of those realistic features. Getting an in-hand look here, we can see like these little webbing designs in the dress itself. There are wires in there as well. But starting with the head sculpt, you have the antennas, which look great. You have the head sculpt, which looks awesome. The paint application is great. The sculpted hair is perfect. Like, you could have rooted this one, but I just think it works so well, and it looks just like it. It's pliable, so you can probably move it out of the way a little bit and still turn the head. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like blue streaks, faint blue streaks in the hair as well, just to give it a little bit more depth and texture. The antennas are going to be like, they're not seamless, but it is what it is. They are a little bit delicate, so just be careful. Wouldn't want you to really bend them too much and break it or anything like that. There's a little bit of movement in the head, just so you can see that there. But overall, like, this isn't pleather, but I wonder how it's going to hold up and if it could still peel. So I'm just going to bend it a little bit so you can see how it's creasing and then how it reacts to that bend. And here you can see the elbow, like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's folding a lot, and you can see it's already kind of starting to wrinkle, so, and crease, and, you know, will it become damaged? So I do worry about moving this figure a lot. This might be one of those 1/6 statues, but I'm actually okay with it because I have one pose that I want to put this figure in and kind of set it and forget it. So I'm okay with that. Like, I just want the representation. She's a beautiful looking figure, and sometimes that's enough. I'd rather have the likeness and the realistic factor there, as opposed to being able to always put them in a dynamic position. And really, she wasn't that dynamic. And then just getting a closer look at the antennas here, I didn't see all the detail and like the little fins, and like, you can just see how awesome that is, and the head sculpt is just great. I love the eyes. I love the facial expression. Would have been cool to get like a laughing head sculpt as well, like a secondary, like instead of the Christmas stuff, maybe we would have gotten that. But end of the day, I'm just so happy to have her. But here, you can kind of see even better, like a better look at the wrinkling and how the suit is kind of already creasing just from one slight bend to it. So just be careful of that and keep it in mind. Now let's put her alongside some of the other Guardians so you can kind of see how she stacks up with them. We have her with Volume 2 Star-Lord. They look great together. And then you also have Gamora, which the greens kind of go well together, so they go very well together as well. Pretty much going to be the same height. Neither of them have the split cut boot design, but at the same time, that's kind of something you lose when you want it to look as real as possible. So looks over functionality, I guess. Here she is with Nebula. And then finally, let's put her alongside Drax. Joke landed. All right, that is sad. Maybe one day we'll get a Drax. With all these 2.0s, we sure should, but here's the pose that I'm going to put her in. And while we talk about that, here are some things that I like about the figure and some things not so much. The first thing that I really like is obviously the head sculpt and how this came out better than the prototype. The second thing that I really like is those sculpted hands. It's such a small detail, but so awesome, and it really helps the pose of the figure and make her look so much more realistic. The third thing I like is the fact that they tried and they gave us some Christmas stuff. You can disperse that amongst your other collectibles. A couple things that I didn't like as much. It would have been nice if we got a secondary head sculpt, maybe one that was laughing, because she did that a lot, but not a deal breaker. The base would have been nice if it matched the other bases. And the suit doesn't look like it's going to stand up to the test of time, so just be careful with that. But overall, those are nitpicky. I love this figure. I'm so glad that I got her. Here you can see how I'm going to put her in the shelf. We have the Avengers kind of up top, along with Loki. And then we also have like Thanos with the Guardians. And then kind of War Machine is kind of a placeholder until if Drax ever comes. But I think she looks great right next to her brother, Star-Lord. I just love this pose. It's kind of like, just says Mantis, you know, like innocent and whatnot. So that's how it is. I love it. So glad to get it. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know if you're interested in getting a Mantis, or is this Drax business kind of putting you off of the Guardians? I'd love to hear from you. Till next time, stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.